How's it going, guys? This is the Video Game Warhog here, and I'm excited to do another theory. This is actually on Five Nights at Freddy's 4, if you haven't realized. And before I start this video, if you have not seen or played the game before, I do issue a spoiler alert. So, if you have not seen or played the game before, I suggest you do that first. And also, along with that, I also suggest you watch the Game Theorists, a little theory. They did a theory a few days, like a day ago, and to watch that first, because this is basically how they're actually wrong. So, okay, let's get this started. First off, if you haven't seen the title before, I think that this game is not the Bite of 87. Here's the reason being. If you look at the kid, throughout the whole game that you actually play as, what does he do the whole game? Well, he cries. So what does that make you think of? Well, it can make you think of the kid from that little mini game from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Along with that, it also kind of looks like the puppet. So I'm thinking that that is the puppet kid. And also, if you think about it, if you look through the whole game, there's no signs of the puppet. So he could be the puppet. Along with that, you don't see any of the other animatronics for Freddy Fazbear. You don't see Bonnie, Chica, or Foxy in the party. So, which means that they haven't either been created yet, or they're just got bought by Fazbear Entertainment, and they're just gonna make them. So here's what I think. If you look at the last mini game, Night 5. You see two animatronics. You see one in the background that I suggest would be Springtrap, and then the one that his head gets crushed under, which is Fredbear. So as you look through the game, it doesn't seem like he's dead. I think this is actually happening in real time. So in Night 6, he is not dead, but he is severely injured. But he lived, so we're just gonna have to see that. And then after he lived, if you look at Five Nights at Freddy's 4, he dies from the Purple Man. So that's when the Purple Man strikes first. So he's probably going to be the puppet. I would suggest he was the puppet, because what else would you think? Like, he can't be the Bite of 87 like they said. Like, yeah, what they said is completely wrong. Along with that, the game theorists also said that there were lots of hints about the Bite of 87 in there, but that doesn't mean it is about the Bite of 87, which he's tricked us before. So, yeah, this could be before 87, just before Fredbear's Diner probably got bought, but or when the first Five Nights, or the first, oh my god, sorry, the first Fazbear Entertainment place that they've made. So like in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, it's the new place. So that's probably when the murders happened, and that's probably when he got murdered. So I would think he would be the puppet, not the guy, not the person who was the victim of the Bite of 87, because I'd think that's still unknown yet, because if he was bitten, it would probably be a flashback, and in this game, I don't think it would be a flashback. So, yeah, so with the animatronics haunting him and stuff, I really don't get a really good clue about this, but he's probably the puppet in conclusion. So, after all of my rambling, I think he would be the puppet because he cries through the whole game, which is the biggest clue. And it can't be the Bite of 87 because his whole head got in there. It would have crushed his whole head. It crushed his whole head. It didn't crush the front of his head at all. So, yeah, Scott is a little bit, weird. This is my theory so far, that he is the puppet, not the victim of 87. If he was the victim of 87, like MatPat said, This wouldn't make any sense. So I would say it would make total sense if he was the puppet, because what else would he be? If he was the victim of 87, nothing would make sense. But if he was the puppet, almost everything would make sense. So, but the only problem is we don't know most of the story if we do that. We also don't know most of the story if it was the bite of 87 too. So, this is just gonna be how the cookie crumbles, because this is the last game before they start a new story. So we're gonna have to figure this out before the time collapses, before this game ends, because the DLC is supposed to be on a new story. So we're gonna have to try and figure this out on our own. He doesn't really give us big clues about what's gonna happen, and this is just my theory, and I don't. Trust me, I do like the game theorists. They're a great team, but the problem is I think they were wrong just this once. So the reason I think they were wrong is because this is not the bite of 87. That can't be. It looks that way, but do you see Foxy? Do you see Chica? Do you see Toy Chica? Do you see Toy Freddy? Do you see any of those animatronics? Do you see the puppet? Do you see any of those? No, you don't. See the nightmare versions of the original, but that's it. You also see Plush Trap, which means that Springtrap is in this game, and in those little Atari cutscenes, you see Springtrap. You see Springtrap, I think, once or maybe twice, but yeah, I would think that would have to be that. So this kid has to be the puppet. There's nothing else this can make if it was true. If this is a true final chapter, it can't be the bite of 87 because nothing would make sense. And they're right, nothing would make sense. So they're saying that Scott Cawthon screwed up. I don't think he did. I think he intentionally made it that it was like the bite of 87, but it was something else. I thought he was the puppet. And I'm just saying stuff right now, so alright, so in conclusion of my theory, I think that kid right there who was crying through the whole game is the puppet, not the victim of 87. If he was, then nothing would make sense, as they said, and that has to be the truth. There's nothing else that can really back that up. And there's no Toy Freddy, Toy Chica. You can't see them in the game. If you can't see them in the game, then that's not 87, because remember, the bite of 87 happened with those animatronics. So I don't think they would have to be there if it was the bite of 87. So yeah, that's what it has to be. It has to be the puppet, and not the victim of 87. And that's my theory. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. But I have something to also say. I'm actually going to be gone for 10 days in New Mexico for a little hiking trip. And I'll be back in 10 days and do another video before school starts. And then you're going to see more videos come up during school, because I don't have that many sports in the fall and winter. So you're going to see more in September. So yeah, and that's it for today, guys. So thank you so much for watching. It's been a while, guys. I'm sorry. We lost internet, and then I had to go somewhere, and I'm sorry, guys. I'll try to make more videos after my trip from New Mexico, but yeah, I promise. I'm sorry, guys. That's just that I've been busy. The internet was down, and I've had a bad 3 days. So, I'll try to upload more, so you guys can enjoy my content. And just to finish this off, I hope the apology was accepted there. And make sure you like this video if you like it. Make sure, if you love me, make sure you subscribe. And make sure you leave some nice comments below. Again, this is a theory, so you guys can make tweaks or tell something about it that I was wrong with. But yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. So I'm excited. I actually don't know what's going to happen for FNAF 4. they're probably gonna do something like the game theorists. They're gonna probably do something different too. So I'm excited to see what they'll think up. So thank you guys for watching, and this is the Vegan Werehog here, signing out of this YouTube account.
We better get back, because it'll be dark soon, and they mostly come at night. Mostly.